You know when a bullet's been over your head because when you're in the service, you have to work the targets in the rifle range. And you know what it sounds like when a bullet's going over your head because you're down in the pits where the targets are, and you know how the sound is. So I knew immediately that a bullet went over my head. And that's when I looked back and saw where it landed and where I estimated it was 6 to 8 inches, but it was right behind my head. Strange feeling. You know somebody's shooting at you, and luckily they didn't have the right elevation, right? The bravest thing I saw was a guy named Christopher from Miami, Florida. We had a replacement that joined the outfit straight from boot camp, which was kind of rough on him, and I talked with him about 5 minutes. And then he was a rifleman, then he had to move out. And he got as far as from here to that window over there. He got shot in the chest. Christopher went after him. Sorry. Christopher went out to rescue him, carry him on a stretcher. Never forgot it. It was dangerous because they would shoot the stretcher bearers. First thing, medics, they would shoot the Coleman because he got a Red Cross thing on the sleeve. So that was brave.
Got it back.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't help but forget. Think about it. Well, the worst thing I'd ever saw was a field about the size of a football field full of dead Japs. You know what napalm is? Well, a plane that caught them out in the open and sprayed it with napalm, and there was bodies all over the field. That was a gruesome looking sight. I didn't look for souvenirs. It was too gruesome to go near it. Smell is something you don't forget. Constant. The smell is everywhere. If people think of the Pacific as the South Pacific, but the Iwo was not in the South Pacific. It was 650 miles from Tokyo, so to speak, which is in the cold region. It was cold, and at nighttime, I had dungarees and a sweatshirt and everything else and a heavy jacket, and I was still cold at night sometimes. And one night, one of the fellas had a blanket. I had to sleep in the foxhole with a guy, and he had a blanket. That was a nice night. Me and another fellow from Tennessee went out looking for souvenirs, and we found a place where they had brand new uniforms. I mean, just laying out in the open in this area. And he went and got a sailor suit, and I got the army suit. It was a pants and a jacket, and some rubber split-toed shoes. You might have seen pictures of them, sandal-like. So I put the uniform in my pack, a souvenir. Well, on March the 16th, after I was telling you about the cigarette deal, we went back to the beach. And I got on the beach there, and I said, well, I better try this uniform on to see if it fits. Well, I put it on, and one of the guys, I was in A company, the guy said, you better take that uniform off. A guy in C company was about to draw a bead on you. And, well, this fellow in the hole next to me was smoking a cigarette, and it's at night. And you're supposed to cover up with a poncho down in your hole so they can't see the flame of the burning cigarette. And the fellow in the hole kept telling him to, cover up. He wouldn't do it. So this chap walks down the road behind us and tossed a grenade in his foxhole. Well, the other guy jumped out. There was two of them in the hole, and he got out, but this fella didn't. And the grenade exploded. The Coleman treated him and came over and said he won't live during the night. Of course, we got the Jap. I don't know how many fired at him, but I got the flag off of him, and it's a silk flag. And every place that had blood on that flag is deteriorated. I just noticed it about a month ago when I was looking at it. You had Tojo in Japan, and you had Hitler in Germany, and they wanted to conquer the world. So I feel like it was what you call a good war. In other words, you fought it because of a good reason, right?